Alright, so somebody was eating raviolis around me last week, so I made this little ground beef, mostly meat sauce, and then filled some mozzarella pockets. Bacon grease, ground beef in first, then garlic and onion, then you add that marinara, Rao's low carb, finish it off with basil. Parchment paper for the mozzarella slices, and we're just going to set them nice and even. Those were a little too close, they ended up touching, but I'm lazy, I didn't want to use a second pan. I did 10 minutes, 350. I should have did like 7 minutes because a little too well done. You want them a little less well done so you could press them down and seal them. A little extra pecorino, shredded mozz, a heaping tablespoon of that meat sauce mixture, and then just press them down and kind of get them folded over. Back in the oven for a few more minutes. Gravity does the work, it'll seal them up nice. These things are awesome. Hit them with some marinara, some parsley, you got perfection.
Did you know Red Lobster has a new Mountain Dew Margarita? Let's give this a shot. Start by just putting a slit through the middle of the line. And then I'm going to rim my glass with it. Hold on that lime because we're going to need it. Salt it. 2 ounces tequila. Triple sec. 2 ounces Mountain Dew, about 2. Squeeze the rest of that lime in there. I'm gonna drop it in. Pour it. And enjoy.
I finally got the chance to try the Magnolia Bakery banana pudding recipe. It's so simple. So you're gonna put 1 can of condensed milk, fill that up with cold water and put that in there, blend it all together, and then you're gonna add a whole packet of vanilla jello, and then you're gonna cover it, let it sit in the fridge for, I only let it sit for like 15 minutes and it already set. Then you're gonna whip some heavy cream, 3 cups. Whip it till it gets stiff peaks like this. Next you add your pudding mixture into the whipped mixture, fold it over till it looks like that. And now the fun part, you layer your Nilla wafers, bananas, and pudding, and you keep doing that till however high you want to make it. I also made some little mason jars on the side with the banana pudding, and I tried some with berries just for fun. And I have to say, this was so good. I'm not a big banana person, but this one is worth the hype.
We're making a Cuban sandwich today. Secret sauce, mayo, equal parts mustard, cayenne. Mix it right good. Cuban bread, slice it, sauce it, grate some Swiss cheese. That. Now get some ham on there, like that. Dill pickles. Boom. Get some roasted pork from your grocery store or just make it. Get it on there, like that. Or Swiss. Close it. Kind of like a Dagwood. Butter in a cast iron. Get good and buttery. Put this baby in here. If you don't have a panini press, just get another cast iron. Put it on top. Press it. Don't forget the roast pork has to be hot. Count to 65 times. Go. One done, honey. Look at that. Look at that. Let's cut this baby. Boom. Taste test. Ooh.
Let's make some creme brulee. Only 3 ingredients. Half cup of your favorite vanilla ice cream. Microwave a few seconds until it's melted. Add 1 egg yolk and then mix well. Pour it into an oven-safe ramekin. Bake in the oven for 45 minutes in a water bath. Pour white sugar in a pan, medium-low heat until it caramelizes. Then pour it all over and then listen. Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up guys? Let's make a not so authentic LA street dog. First, get a hot dog, wrap it in bacon, or cheat and get the Hoffy brand like I did. Make sure you cook the hot dog and bacon until it's crispy. Don't forget to cook the bacon and hot dog on all sides. Now in the same pan, toss in some chopped onion and saute that. It would not be an LA street dog without it. Now grab your St. Pierre hot dog rolls and be sure to butter the inside. I know, this is not really authentic because it's brioche, but it works, trust me. Now just toast the buns on medium-low heat for about 2 minutes. Now just get your unofficial California mascot, an avocado, dice it up, and add on the condiments some of you love to hate, mayo, spread it all around. Random thought, comment below if you know the answer, but why do some people call LA street dogs dirty dogs? I don't get it and I resent it a little bit. Don't forget the other American hot dog staple, ketchup and mustard. Make sure you spread that on as well. Now add a glizzy to each roll. No one in LA calls it that, it's a hot dog. Now just add some grilled onions. I forgot this, but you shouldn't. Add red and green bell pepper grilled. And it would not be an LA street dog without it. Pico de gallo and avocado. Ultimate game changer, don't leave it out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more videos like these, go ahead and follow.
First, we got bacon, put it in the pan, cook it up nice and crispy, put it to the side. Then we got an egg, crack that shit, make sure the yolk is broke. Secret weapon 1, lemon pepper, sprinkle that shit on there, flip it, fry it, put it to the side with the bacon. Next, we got cinnamon bread. Make sure it's cinnamon bread, not cinnamon raisin. In a toaster, 30 seconds. Second ingredient 2.
You hungry? Let's make a snack. I'm using frozen spinach, then I'm adding in some fresh garlic, softened cream cheese, and then I'm using this mozzarella cheese to put inside. And then I'm gonna season this real good with salt and pepper, and then give it a stir, right? Then what you wanna do is you wanna get your chicken breasts, season them real good. I got some Cajun seasoning and some complete seasoning. Don't use that much because it's kind of salty. Then you stuff it with the mixture, put toothpicks in like this, and get ready. Shake off the excess flour and then into the hot oil. Just put on your favorite hot sauce right on top. Now all you gotta do is bow your head and say grace, grace.
You guys are gonna love this recipe. So take a 12-ounce bag of riced cauliflower, get as much of the liquid out as possible so that it's dry. Add a half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, a fourth a cup of almond flour, a half cup of bacon because bacon is life, and some fresh chives. And then you are going to top with 2 beaten eggs and season with your favorite seasonings. These are the 2 that I used in this particular recipe, but you could use whatever. You're gonna stir it really well, make sure everything's mixed, and we're gonna use a Dash waffle maker. My opinion, these are the best. Add a little bit of cheese to the griddle so that it gets crispy as it cooks. You could add a little bit on top as well, and then portion out a serving size. This actually makes about 4 to 5 of these little fritters. It's a perfect size, and beautifully served with a delicious steak and salad. Top with a little bit of sour cream.
You have to make these vegan gluten-free matcha muffins. Matcha boosts your energy without giving you jitters and has 137 times more antioxidants than green tea. They're fluffy, moist, 100% plant-based, have only about 100 calories, and are the perfect.
The ultimate steak. I'm using a cut of beef tenderloin, also known as a filet mignon. It's about 10 ounces. Go ahead and generously season with salt. I'm not using pepper because pepper burns when searing. Go ahead, high temp, use a high temp oil like avocado oil or canola oil. Once you get a golden brown crust on it, flip it over. We're gonna add a black garlic and herb compound butter. The herbs I chose to use were rosemary and thyme. Add those in. Once you've added it, baste it generously for about 2 minutes. Once you've basted it, go ahead, set it on a little side dish or something to let it rest for another 2 minutes. Bring back to the pan, medium-high heat, baste for another 2 minutes. Same thing, repeat that step 2 more times, pull out, let rest 5 minutes. Go ahead and slice into it, and here it is, the ultimate steak. Serve with a side of compound butter and some flaky salt.
I am the queen of Rice Krispie treats, and I'm going to show you how to make the best damn Rice Krispie treat you're ever going to eat. We're going to start with 1.5 sticks of butter, and we're going to melt it. And then we're going to add in our mini marshmallows. That's 2 whole bags of mini marshmallows. Mix those together until it's nice and smooth. We're going to add vanilla and salt. I always use unsalted butter and add my own salt. That way I'm in control of how much is added and the taste is perfect. Then we're going to fold in 10 whole cups of rice cereal. You want to make sure and use 10 cups of Rice Krispies. It's the exact perfect ratios to get the best results. And then we're going to stir in a whole nother bag of mini marshmallows into the end. So that way you have mini marshmallow bites hidden all inside. Then we're going to press them into a buttered pan. When you do this, don't press too hard. If you press too hard, they're going to be dense and not soft and gooey and buttery like you like. So for all the rest of my tips and for the full recipe, head to the link in my bio because trust me, you want to make these. This is the best damn Rice Krispie treat you're ever going to put in your mouth.
Making Lebanese hummus. Chickpeas. Tahini sauce, garlic, salt, lemon juice, cumin, paprika, olive oil.
Girl, now you're spending $6 on a Starbucks grilled cheese. I literally had to look up on the app how much this was because out of principle, I refuse to pay for a grilled cheese because it's so quick and easy to make at home. So for the Starbucks version, I looked it up. They use sourdough bread, mozzarella, and white cheddar, but I like Colby Jack, so you can use whatever cheese you like and definitely be generous with this. And then as I'm piling it on, I sort of just shove everything a little bit more towards the center so it doesn't spill out when I'm cooking it. And then for the Starbucks grilled cheese, the secret is they use Parmesan butter to fry the outside part of the grilled cheese cheese, so all you have to do is mix some butter, some Parmesan, and then pop your grilled cheese on there. And I like to just spin it around like this so it's covered evenly, and then I pop a lid on top so that it cooks all the way through in the middle. Then I put the rest of the Parmesan butter on top for the other side, spread it out nice and evenly like this, and it will be so freaking crispy and golden brown, you guys. Trust me, you're never gonna pay that $6 again.
For part 1 of my vegan holiday table series, I'm combining 2 of my faves, mac and cheese and spinach artichoke dip. I'm roasting a full head of garlic. Meanwhile, I'm sauteing 1 diced onion with olive oil and salt. I add paprika and nutmeg and then transfer the mixture to a blender with raw cashews, white beans, Dijon mustard, water, and that roasted garlic. Blend until super smooth. Now wilt 1 pound baby spinach in a pan with a little bit of water. Add the chopped artichoke hearts and drain off the excess liquid before adding the cheesy sauce. How good does that look? Don't forget to reserve some water from cooking the pasta. Now add your cooked macaroni and stir it all together. I'm topping the whole thing off with homemade breadcrumbs I tossed in olive oil and salt and baked into.
The key to a perfect gumbo is the dark roux. Hell, maybe the key to a happy life. Now keep in mind, making roux can be an art form, but this is just how I do mine. You start by browning off your sausage and your chicken to get a good fat base, and then you add a little bit of oil to that. You're looking for a 1-to-1 ratio of flour to oil. If you're new to making roux, I recommend you keep your heat on low to medium. As you get better and more comfortable, you can raise that heat and move a little quicker. A lot of people would stop here, but just stay with me and keep going until you get that perfect dark brown roux. When you do hit that perfect color, you're going to want your veggies all cut up so that way you can drop them in and stop that cooking process. And this is what you're looking for. Y'all tag me and let me see what you got.
So let's make my mother-in-law love me cake. My mother-in-law hates me, but she loves this cheesecake. Cinnamon, sugar, 13 by 9. Sprinkle some cinnamon sugar in the bottom. Make sure the entire bottom is covered. Lay 1 package of crescent rolls. Pinch the edges. Cream cheese. Make sure it's room temperature. 2, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of sour cream, little bit of salt, vanilla. Simple. I add a little cinnamon, 2 eggs. Beat that baby up and mix it good. Pour it over the top of the crescent rolls in the pan. And then you're going to lay another layer of crescent rolls and get the rest of that cinnamon on top. Pop this in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes, and there you go. I top these with cajeta, and then after my daughter leaves, I do cajeta, which is caramel, and then I add some toasted pecans. These are the best churro cheesecake bites ever. Try them. This one,
Here's how I make my favorite keto breakfast. I grab some cheese, I fry it on the bottom of the pan. I do this so it's nice and crispy, and now I grab a couple eggs, add it on top, and now I'm going to put a top on the pan so it kind of cooks. Now I'm going to flip it over, and that's when I almost ruined breakfast.